Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of the Osmoth. Today we're going to be reviewing the West Virginia 1941. I have unlocked Sir Colorado. This thing. I'm probably going to go for the Vermont and not the Montana because I feel like this line, the fast battleship line, I feel like it's, I don't know, I think these are more interesting. The Colorado, thing to know about the Colorado is the A-hull of the Colorado, or Colorado A, gives you 1.8 sigma. Colorado B gives you 2.0 sigma. Now, the West Virginia is based on the Colorado A hull, which isn't necessary. Oh, hang on, mate, I'm still on the. Oh, wait, hang on, mate, I'm still on the. I do apologise, everybody. I'm still on the Colorado. But yeah, this ship gets 1.8 sigma. Now, everybody who's grinding to the Colorado through this abysmal thing, because this thing gets 1.5 sigma. Yes, it gets horrific sigma at tier 6. The New York and the Wyoming both get 1.8 sigma. The South Carolina, I think, gets either 1.6 or 1.5. Now, funny enough, the Isisichi gets 1.8 sigma. It doesn't feel like 1.8 sigma, but it does. I think the Uso gets 1.7, 1.6, which means it's slightly better. But yeah, this thing gets 1.8 sigma, and this thing is so accurate. 16 kilometers, which isn't bad. 221 meter dispersion circle, which is really bloody good. It is pretty good. It's probably slightly less than width of this ship, which means you're gonna land a couple good shots actually. If this thing got something like say 1.9 sigma or 2.0 sigma, you would probably start to need to question. But this thing gets 1.8, and it's pretty good. Which is pretty bloody good. I think, yeah, it also gets those stupidly tanky turrets. It doesn't get the annoying 26mm torpedo belt, where you get farmed all the time. So you have a little bit more protection on the side. Actually, look at the armor layout. You get 26mm bow, 26mm deck, 26, superstructure 16, 26 stern, 26. You do get armor that goes to the stern, and it does protect it quite well. You get 343 for the main armor belt, which is pretty tanky. But what you will notice is you don't get that really good torpedo belt that the Colorado gets. So if we actually have a look at the Citadel, it is quite large, but if you have all noticed, it's waterline. It's a waterline Citadel, which means it is fairly hard to Citadel this ship. And talking about fairly hard, if we actually get to we don't get it now. But if I go to Colorado, I think its Citadel is, yeah, it's basically the same. It seems a little lower. If we actually put put that on. That is quite thick. But yeah, it gets this 26mm plating, which really hurts this ship. It really, really hurts this ship. Because you're going to have like HE that comes out, or even AP. AP that pens this. In my Colorado, like, I just, you know, 10,000 damage follows. It's ridiculous. But the West Virginia doesn't get that. It gets the same ridiculously strong deck armor, but it doesn't get that annoying torpedo bulge. And everybody says that the Colorado is an awful ship. It's not really an awful ship, it's how you play it. You can't really go in and, you know, brawl with people, because otherwise you're just going to get absolutely clapped. Because they don't even need to Citadel you to do monster damage. I mean, they're not going to do Citadel damage because you can repel all that damage. But they will do just ridiculous damage. So, that's that. Also, I believe this ship, the Colorado, gets a 1.5 repelability. Or 0.5, sorry. 0.5, not 0.66. I don't think it does, but West Virginia, I think, also gets a 0.5. Yeah, by the looks of it, it looks like it's got a 0.5. The 301 plus, that's with flags equipped. So what kind of guns does she have? Well, she has the exact same Mark 5. Yeah, they are the exact same. Sorry, I thought the Colorado had Mark 1s. Mark 5 guns. They take 30 seconds to reload, take 45 seconds to turn. You know, 180 degrees. And they don't have the best shell velocity, but they have insane damage. I mean, you can fire at a battleship, and you can do, on average, you do about 4,000 damage per shell if you pen them. This ship is insane. And the good thing is it's not as squishy as the Colorado. It really is not. It's got a slightly smaller superstructure, and I believe, if I'm correct, yeah, it does get slightly better stern protection than the Colorado, which is always a good thing. And that is a good thing. It does get slightly better. So what are the downsides of the ship? Well, it's got 26mm plate, which means that you're going to get overmatched by quite a few things. But if you angle properly, then you can actually bounce a disgusting amount of rounds, a ridiculous amount of rounds. The secondary armament, I've got to 5.8 kilometers. The secondary guns are not that bad. They are pretty blimmin' good. The stock range, I think, is 4.5, which is a bit on the low side. I wouldn't really recommend running secondary build, but if you feel like it, then go ahead. I'm not running a complete secondary build captain yet, but I reckon you could possibly get this secondary range up to 6.5, possibly even 7 kilometers, which makes this thing such a meme. The shell velocity is alright on the secondaries, 600 meters a second. They're not German secondaries, so don't be surprised if you don't do a lot of damage. They do have 21mm of pen. The faster reloading ones have a better fire chance, but they have a slower muzzle velocity. They are I think that they're short barrels. The long barrels have a insane muzzle velocity, 960 meters a second, which is insanely good. But they do take 6.3 seconds to reload. This is with the captain. I think they take about 6.5, 6.6 seconds, which isn't that bad. But you know, yet again, you know, they are the American 127 or 5-inch guns. I really do wish that if they are ever gonna add in the West Virginia 1944, if they can put like a hull upgrade for the West Virginia 1941, and then put it like as the B hull, that would be pretty good. And it gives you like say 1.9 Sigma, but it gives you like say 31-second reload instead of 30-second reload. I think that would be pretty cool to trade off. AA defense, it's alright. The Colorado, I have found that the Colorado shoots down far more planes than this ship, which is a bit weird. In my first match in the Colorado, I shot down 42 planes in my Colorado, and I don't even have the Type B hull yet. In this ship, I was barely able to shoot down even 20 planes. So this thing, it doesn't really have. It's all right. Secondaries. Sorry, I think there for a second. But it's not superb. Now it does have a few, quite a few Secondaries, some 6.2mm, 12.7, or 50 cal. Now the Brownings are relatively good. Number of shell explosions in a salvo is 3, which is pretty abysmal for the ship. That is pretty bad. I've shot down more planes in my New Mexico than this thing. The New Mexico is just littered with AA guns. It really is. The maneuverability, very, very, very good turn and circle. The rudder shift time is alright. Actually, that's below, that's above average. The speed is manageable, 22.1 knots. You're never going to reach that speed. You're probably going to reach about 20, 21 knots. Consumer, 15.9. Yeah, I mean, it's alright. You can definitely get it down to probably about 12 or 11. Possibly not 11, that's possibly pushing it. But probably about 12 or 13. But overall, also the hit points, 50,000 is one, if not the lowest hit point count at tier 6 for any battleship, which means that you're going to seriously, you're going to struggle. So if we look at the New Mexico and go to equipment, I think this gets 55,000 hit points. 53. But it does get an insanely good torpedo barrage of 40%. And it also gets that 0.66 heal. The stock heal is 318. I was able to get that heal up to 388, which is insanity. That was before putting the flags on. I put the flags on, it was like 452. But I got rid of my New Mexico because it is utter rubbish. It really is. The Sigma just destroys the ship. It just honestly does. I think the Fuso. Oh yeah, I got Fuso right here. The Fuso has really good hit points, you know, 57. But the oh, it is a 0.66. Is that with the flags equipped? Hang on a minute. Nice. Oh. Hang on a minute. No, no. That can't be a 0.66 then. If we remove that, that's probably 200. 285. No, it's not a 0.66. I do apologize. The Fuso, yeah. 28-second reload. Ridiculously strong ship. West Virginia, the 1.8 Sigma really comes into play. It really does. The amount of times you're just going to smash people in the face is ridiculous. Captain, I'm running expert loader. You know, for the beams, I'm running both the anti-air and the secondaries. I could run manual fire control, but you know, soon secondaries are going to get buffed in Megaton, which is really, really good. You're going to want to put this on, Adrenaline Rush, because it will help you. Once you're down less than 10,000 hit points, this reload will become 24 seconds. 24 second reload, which means you will obliterate anything. You know, these guns are terrifying when you come, you know, when you're like say a tier 5 battleship and you come across this thing. This thing hurts when it hits you. Now I have noticed, unlike the Colorado, the shells of this ship, they do pen very well, but for some reason they seem to magically pass through citadels of ships quite often, and that's one thing that worries me about this ship. So it is a well-armored ship and a well-armed ship. It really is. So we're gonna take it out into a public and just see how well we do. Because to be honest, I do like the ship, and all, but to be honest, this ship does suffer the most from destroyers, like every other battleship. It really does. Seems like matchmaking isn't being particularly friendly. Oh, there you go. Yes, but the West Virginia 1.8 Sigma is going to be very nice because that means your shells are mostly going to group within the center. Let's have a look. Competition. Ganizer now 2 Warspites. The Warspites have 2.0 Sigma, which is terrifying. Congo. I think Congo gets 1.8 as well. The Normandy, I'm not entirely sure. Let's just see how well we do.
Action stations.
Now I probably sweet. I am running the engine boost modification. You know, 50% to full engine power. I'm running that. So, because I feel like that is definitely one good way of running things, is just run the engine boost on your premium battleships. because it's really handy, because you can dodge a lot of rounds. But this thing does take a humongously long time just to stop. It really does. And I haven't seen this ship a lot in random battles. I have not. Not a lot of people have this ship. It is a superb ship. It really is. If you're top tier, we're medium tier right now, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, if we were in a tier 8 game, we'll probably just get absolutely obliterated. Probably not as hard as the Colorado, but we'll definitely get obliterated. Slow down. There you go, good boy. But yeah. Now, I'm just wondering if a destroyer is going to come down this channel here. I've got that sneaky suspicion there's going to be a destroyer or a cruiser. I will be utterly surprised if there's a battleship. So I'm going to load the high explosive, and this is where the you know I can't remember the name of the what do you call it? The captain skill, the 1-point captain skill. Can't remember the name of it. But you're gonna want to put that on your captain, because it is very helpful. Because when you want to change ammo, you don't want to be sat there for like 30 seconds just to change your ammo. You really don't. So there doesn't appear to be anything coming down there. The two wolf spites. Oh yeah, of course. The wolf spites have 53,000 hit points. Now the Genizer now is within range, so we're going to slow down here. Now, as you can see, we don't slow down an awful lot. But yeah, you don't slow down at all, really, in this thing. Even though it's chunky and all, you really do not slow down. Now, if we can get a shot on that New Mexico, not New Mexico, Genizer now. I do apologize. That Congo is looking very juicy. Now I'm gonna sit here and I'm just gonna wait, because that Congo seems like he's coming this way. Is he going towards the canal, or is he just hopping along? Just don't know. Now that York, I don't know really. No, it doesn't seem like anything came down there. I'm gonna lock the guns here. I am detected, so that means that a cruiser is within my range. Or was that the battleships? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it's the battleships. I think it's definitely a cruiser. There you are. That's probably gonna miss. Please be a Citadel. Ah, not bad. Those were 2 other penetrations, did 2k damage. I'm proud of that. I'm gonna slow down here. Oh, ooh. Genizer now is pushing down the middle. That's not good. That's really not good. That's yours? Oh, that's the Fiji.
All stations, enemy cruisers fire on the designated target.
So fire the Fiji. That's probably gonna miss because it's turning in.
All stations, requesting fire on the designated target.
God. No, mate, if I just reload, just allow me to reload. I'm not doing that well, really. Someone's lost a plane. Get moving now. I'll be very surprised about hits on you. Slow down here again. Now, question is that guy going to come out? I don't think he will. Thanks for the smoke. God. Oh, that was quite a bit of damage. I need to get the head out of there.
The ship is on fire.
Yeah, they've smoked the entire cap up.
All stations,
Put my
requesting
heel.
fire on the designated target.
Well, that's an incapacitation. I'm not going to put my fire out yet. There's no point. That's the DD, and that has to be the DD.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
I can now put fire. Come on, ship, go, 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 go. Now this is going to be a trend you're going to run into every single time. Every single time you'll play in this ship,
Problem solved, sir.
you're just going to run into this problem where it's not going to be that
The ship
quick.
is on fire.
Come on. Nailed it. Oh, that was a penetration with 4,000 damage. I'm happy with that. For attacker, I could possibly nail him, but attacker turned me that way. That Gunaiser now needs to die. Ooh, that was nice. Need to accelerate. I need to accelerate. Come on, ship, accelerate. Whoa. I'm going to get nailed now. Because I hung around too long. Hasn't set any fires yet, which is surprising.
The enemy is about to win.
That wasn't particularly the best gameplay. you know, I was not that good, really. We did shoot down one aircraft, but hey, I wasn't that good. But yeah, this thing, even if you penetrate somebody, you're gonna do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. I mean, everybody talks about, you know, uh, the Mutsu, but the Mutsu, I believe, gets 1.6 Sigma, which means it is not incredibly inaccurate, but it is definitely inaccurate. You're gonna notice that inaccuracy. But it also seems to overpenetrate huge amount of time. Now they got a New Mexico. He's got better survivability, less artillery, far more concealment for some bizarre reason. Now, I'm just gonna trundle on at half speed. That's all I can do. Ismail. Graf Spee.
Battle starts.
Is definitely a ship we need to consider taking out. Give me a sec. Okay, we are detected.
Enemy cruiser sighted. Spotter
Yeah, I got a spot. That's not gonna hit. I don't think that's gonna hit. Oh!
Enemy cruiser sunk. Off to a great start.
That's what happens. Yeah, it's that was quite stunning actually. That was quite spectacular. Now I'm gonna try and nail this New Mexico. I think that was a Citadel. I'm gonna slap this ship first. Now what's our air range? 11, 7. Not bad.
Spotter returning to ship.
Got no range anymore. So like we slaughtered the I wasn't exactly aiming for him, but oh, New Mexico's turned around. That was a smart idea for him because he's not particularly quick. So they've completely abandoned that flank. They're probably going to regroup decides we're going to move from here, try and move up with these guys. The enemy cruisers are pushing into the VCAP to try and contest with our cruisers. That carrier,
All stations requesting
he's
fire
not
on the
exactly doing
designated
the
target.
smartest thing, fighting two AA cruisers. Well, they're not exactly AA cruisers, but they're cruisers. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, he's trying to talk to the battleship. Makes sense. So we don't have a whole lot more. Come on, get in range.
Our team has taken the lead.
Seems to be. Which is worrying me. Even if he's got like 1.5 Sigma, that does give him a sort of an advantage. Not by much. Because he has a chance of getting a YOLO Citadel. Something like that. Basically, where his shell just. That hit the only part of the ship which I could.
Our victory is in sight.
Lucky, please. Look at that grouping. Oh! Oh, I almost. That should run me, I do apologise. Oh, we did get up to the 22 knot speed. So I'm going to cut through the rest. And, I think we penned his torpedo bolt. Oh, and the Fuso just completely annihilated the Omaha. I wonder what ship is which ship is this? I've never seen that ship before. Is that the Italian? It looks Chinese. I mean, it's like a Chinese one. Which is interesting. I'm going to attempt to help Zalba. Even though my AA is worse than. Oh wait, did we shoot all of his planes down? No, we couldn't. Those are he did hit. Oh wow, that's some penetration. No, wow. I thought the Grass V was meant to have amazing Sigma and maybe dispersion. This ship isn't exactly small. I haven't used a single kill yet. New Mexico's can be hard to kill. New Mexico is incredibly tanky. That Fuso is probably gonna die. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh!
Enemy heavily damaged.
That was one Citadel, 20,000 damage. Oh man. Now, oh my god, my prediction was kind of right.
Enemy battleship detected.
So we're hitting for. I don't think that was a 20,000 damage Citadel. We've got extra thing.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
speed. Huh? Oh no, it's turned around. Oh, there goes the Pensacola. So Pensie's dead. The Fuso is dead. And that is a very, very upset Pensacola. That Fuso is in big trouble. Shit. I have appeared to be spotted. No, Fuso is what the hell? Oh. Uh-oh.
Enemy heavily damaged.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, shoot.
We're hull below the waterline. We're flooding
yeah.
quickly.
Our victory is in sight.
Oh, yes.
Problem solved, sir.
Yeah, he's probably gonna die before my shield. There you go. Sit really? A Citadel?
Enemy aircraft carrier.
Yeah, 66 damage, 66,000 damage gain. Not really that impressive. It is a good ship. It is unbearably slow. It does the same speed as New Mexico. It's doesn't have the same armor layout as New Mexico. New Mexico is definitely more tanky. But this thing, it's how do I pull it? It's not squishy, but it's not insanely tanky. It's tanky, but not insanely tanky. So you have guns that can punish the living crap out of cruisers that do stupid mistakes, like that cruiser at the start. Mate, if you're watching this video, I do apologize for blowing up your cruiser like that. I thought those were going to miss. Obviously, he stopped his turn, which you don't want to do in a cruiser. You want to do a zigzag path kind of thing. So hopefully we're going to game 22 battleships, 12 cruisers. You can punish the living daylights out of a battleship, but I know for sure that the West Virginia has less pen than the Colorado. I know that for sure. You know, it's for balancing purposes. Because if the West Virginia had the same pen as the Colorado, it would just YOLO pen the crap out of everything. Because the Colorado has insane pen. Oh, for God's sake. Synapse. The one thing I love to do with Synapse is just burn them to death. Because you got 38% fire chance, which is not that good. But it's you know, it's 38% with each ship, and you've got 8 of them. So
General quarters.
I'm going to go this way. Now you really don't want to be too, you know, try and be
Good luck, everyone.
central fire, but you want to get close enough where you can actually support, you know, everybody So, where are we going to go? Let's go. Nicoya.
Affirmative.
No, is that a Oh no, that's the Russian system. I'm spotted by bloody aircraft. Those Secondaries are probably looking at those.
Spotter airborne.
Oh, please. Oh, look at that grouping.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Oh no. A little bit too far forward for us. Oh. That Koenigsberg has just had the worst game. That's not quite enough force. I just realised that. Nope. No, that's not quite enough force. Yeah, damage century. And that is going to be our first one. That is going to be our first one. I said that's it. Please kill him. Oh yes, finally you got it. Oh, Fuso. Oh. Oh. Well,
Enemy destroyers detected.
Wait, that Secondaries got 2 kills. Killed our Hawking and our Milan. Nicoya. Nicoya? Is that how you say it? Nicoya? I'm probably butchering the name now, I do apologise. I feel really, really tempted because that Koenigsberg has to be behind him.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Oh my god, Christmas.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Please don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss. Yes! Citadel! Oh, thank God for that.
I need support.
Enemy cruiser
If
detected.
this Citadel's the sinner, I'm gonna be banned from this game.
Enemy battleship detected.
No, but that's quite a lot.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
No, I'm not fine. Oh, that's good. Oh no. Don't run around, don't run around. Oh! I'll take that damage then. Dunkirk, definitely a ship I'm going to slaughter.
Requesting assistance.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Oh, that British HE really bloody hurt. Get the van real quick. High explosive, focus my secondaries on him. Oh.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
He's looking at me.
Affirmative.
Come on, bud, come on, get him.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
On the way, which is
That's how it's done.
Oh, he's cool with number 7. Oh, my God, go a little back.
Get back! Roger.
Whoa!
Enemy severely
That's
damaged.
Citadel, 20,000 damage.
Requesting support.
We're gonna take one.
We're hold below the waterline. We're flooding quickly.
No, I can get the range as well, mate, so.
Spotter airborne.
Enemy aircraft carrier sighted.
Problem solved, sir.
Well, of course he's gonna get the shell off. And of course he pens me in the most ridiculous angle ever. Well, we do have a quick reload, which is good. I don't think that I know that 7 can do what, 29 knots? Which is terrifying. Or was it 27? Heaven forbid it was oh god, it wasn't spotted. And somehow that's cynical.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy aircraft carrier detected.
He's looking better.
Spotter returning to ship.
Oh, we missed him. Okay. Oh, that stopped. That guy's probably furious.
Requesting assistance.
Now, I could continue to try and rule this guy, but, you know, wouldn't really do so. Fix his shells. Oh, I don't need to. Yeah, the Fuso does have pretty nice groupings. 28 seconds. Not bad. That is not bad. He's looking fire.
Requesting support.
I wonder if is he going to spot me through that gap?
Acknowledged.
If that Citadel slip, I swear to God. And he's bounced off. Oh, the armor is so drawn. Oh! Thank you very much. That's one of his turrets completely. Oh, that was one of his turrets completely incapacitated. Jesus, 40,000 damage. I will take that. Thank you very much. Yeah, he's running. There's no way he's gonna win this fight. Unless he gets some kind of, you know, ridiculous angle. I think what makes the Synapse such a problem is that it's just super fucking tanky. Find my second salvo, hopefully that's gonna hit, kill him.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Now it's
Our
just
team
that
has taken the
Fuso
lead.
and the 2 carries. We have Rio Joe and now, does that also use global platforms? If I save my planes for now. So he's within me. Yeah, that's the signature. And that bounce. This with half health now, we should have like a. No. 28 seconds. Still not bad.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Oh, I'll take that.
Our victory is in sight.
See if we can get more salvo off before we jump to counters. Hopefully that should kill him. No, it doesn't. It leaves him on 300 hit. apologise, guys. Ooh, no. Terrible, terrible. Accuracy. Hopefully I get this Citadel, probably won't. But there's no harm trying. Very interesting. Oh well. Probably get that kill. Just, a bit too late. Oh, that grouping! Holy crap, that grouping! Did I get that shot off? Nah. Oh no, I didn't. God damn. Come on. Oh god, he's slowing down. Oh, that might actually quicken. Ah, I Citadel.
Enemy aircraft carrier destroyed.
Citadel was an aircraft carrier. I've done that twice at the end of 2 games. 97,000 damage, 3 Citadels. You know, that's definitely one of my better games. So, what is my opinion of this ship? It's definitely a breath of fresh air. In my own opinion, it can be kind of troll at times with the accuracy, but most of the time you're gonna score some disgusting hits with these guns. You know, New Mexico, sailors, they're gonna pop around the corner and they're just gonna be utterly shocked when they get citadeled for, you know, possibly all their hit points because West Virginia was just waiting for them around the corner. So this ship is very, very fun. Um, but the better option, in my opinion, because you get 2.0 Sigma on it, which is ridiculous, is the Colorado. Even though it's more squishy, in my own opinion, I find this ship to be very squishy compared to the West Virginia. These guns are ridiculously accurate. They are very accurate. I don't know if I would recommend the aim mod. Not the aim mod, um, the gunfire control system. Even though it goes up to 18.8 kilometers, which is nice. Like, do you really want to? Because when you've got this one installed, you do get 231 meter, dispersion, which is a little bit worse than the West Virginia, but you still get that really nice grouping. Now, you can just keep with this. You get 17.1 kilometer range, which is 1 kilometer more than the West Virginia. Or you can sacrifice, a little bit more, dispersion for more range, which I wouldn't entirely. I would just go for the B, Colorado B. I haven't, because I wanted to get these two first. The engine upgrade you're gonna always want to get first, because when you're doing 19.5 knots, yeah, it's not exactly fun. So anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this video, give a thumbs down. put in the comment section what you think about the West Virginia. I personally adore the ship. It's a very, very nice ship. It punishes the hell out of tier 5 and tier 6, battleship players that are, relatively new to the game, and they have never ever met, these massive guns yet. They've probably met Mutsu, but Mutsu isn't that accurate. I have the Mutsu, and the shells go all over the place. It's just not a fun experience. West Virginia, the grouping on the shells at times is just fantastic. They're just so tight. I'm starting to debate like if it is 1.8 sigma. I'm wondering if it's 1.9 or on the fringes of 1.9, because the amount of times I've hit, like, say, a small destroyer with all of my shells is ridiculous. And this isn't close up, this is at range. This is at like 10 plus kilometers. And it is ridiculous by how accurate this ship can be at times. And it's just, the Colorado was such a breath of fresh air when I went from the New Mexico. The New Mexico was utter rubbish at range. The shells went all over the range, or all over all over the place. It was very rare that I actually got a very, very, very tight grouping on the New Mexico. On the West Virginia, it is so much more constant. It's so much more reliable. And I love this ship. I honestly love this ship. It's a very good ship. The 1944 is meant to have 2.0 or 2.1 sigma, which is insane. It is ridiculous. That will be stupidly accurate. I heard that from when I was playing Warships 2 days ago. I heard that from somebody when I was playing the operations. We were talking about the West Virginia and all that, and he said, "Do you know that the West Virginia 1944 is meant to get 2.0 sigma or 2.1 sigma?" Which is, that would make it on par as one of the most accurate battleships in the game, besides the Yamato. I think the Yamato gets like, is it like 300 centimeters on its guns. Bring out the Yamato guns, 276. But these guns gets 2.1 sigma. So if the 1944 model, which I hope will be a new hull upgrade for the ship, or if you want to put it at tier 7, just give it to the Colorado. That'd be awesome. But if it goes for the West Virginia 1941, and then if you upgrade it to the hull B, and then it becomes the West Virginia 1944, and it makes the guns go from 1.8 sigma to like 2.0 sigma or 2.1 sigma, this ship is going to be terrifying. It will be utterly terrifying. But also, the 1944 gets the 127, the dual purpose. The ones that, these guns, these things. I think it gets like 4 on each side or 5 on each side. I'm not entirely sure. But basically means it just gets insanely powerful secondary armament. It also has insanely quick secondary reloads. The 1944, I think they reload quicker than the single-barreled, 127s, which is insane. I think it's on par with this one. 4 seconds. But yeah, the 1941, very, very nice ship. It is nice, really. It's a breath of fresh air, and in my own opinion, I would say that it is definitely worth it, because The Colorado, even though the Colorado is really good, and it is really good, like 2.0 Sigma with the whole B upgrade, you get 1.8 when you get the Colorado stock, but when you upgrade the Colorado to the whole to the Colorado B to the upgraded hull, it goes from 1.8 Sigma to 2.0, which means that you become one of the most accurate battleships at tier 7, if not the most accurate. But in my own opinion, this ship, it is good. The secondaries are pretty strong, pretty bloody strong. You know, if any tier 5 battleship wants to come and brawl with you, then go ahead. Would you win in a secondary, like in like a brawling fight against New Mexico? I think you would, because these secondaries are Colorado secondaries, which means I think they're more advanced secondary guns, Mark 19 and Mark 13. Let's see if I'm correct, because I sold my New Mexico because it's a part of crap. Mark 19, no, they're the same. They're the exact same. But they do get worse range, so that's good. It just means that you'll be able to pour in all those secondary shots faster than he can. Also, these guns, if he really wants to come in and just brawl with you, and he turns broadside on because he has pretty dreadful gun arcs, and he shows that broadside, just slap him with these guns, and it is just going to hurt. It will hurt. And just to show you, the reason why I hated this ship so much, I just hated this ship, was because all the shells just got absorbed in this thing, really. And yeah, even though that looks like a lot of armor, it really isn't. I know it's on a similar hull layout, but in all opinion, I mean, it does get a turtleback, which is a bastard to go through, but 51. If he angles like this, I don't even think that he needs to angle. Because you just punch right through, really. So if we look at the West Virginia, 406mm AP Mark 5. I think they're definitely the same shells. 406mm AP Mark 5, Mark 13. But yeah, it is just basically a it's a Colorado at tier 6. The only difference is that the AA is a little bit worse. And plus you don't have that torpedo protection, which isn't a bad thing, isn't a good thing. What am I saying? The torpedo, you don't have torpedo protection, which is a bad thing, but at the same time is a good thing, because you don't get all those YOLO pens, where they don't pen your main belt, but they pen your torpedo protection. For some reason, it counts as kind of Citadel damage, because they do 10,000 plus. Battleships like New Mexico, for example, or Fuso, when they pen your torpedo bulge, you're gonna notice a lot of pain with the Colorado, but you can dish out that pain as well. I love this ship. I honestly love the ship. Now, equipment, if I go on equipment, when you get this thing, I personally go for auxiliary armaments modification 1, and then I go for damage control system modification 1, and then for the lulls I just go for the secondary battery modification 1. But I would say, if you want more range, go for the artillery plotting room. I personally wouldn't, because that actually makes you far worse in the accuracy department. I think it goes up like 256 meters, which is stupidly inaccurate. So I recommend go for AA, Secondaries, or main battery modification 2, and then for the fourth slot, it's up to you really. Do you want to go for survivability, YOLO launchers, or do you want to go for um, torpedo beats? You know. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this video, give it a thumbs down. Put it in the comment section. You know the way. Do you know the way? Bye.